your skull as a bull who never will sell his souls, who is stoking the coals of hell, cannot be controlled. Who goes out on the grassy knoll for anything strong? The world-famous Comedy Store does not endorse nor condone the words of we three trolls, but why would they? They're a bunch of conformists. We three trolls! We three trolls! We three trolls! We three trolls!
So thanks for joining us, Quincy Weekley,
Thanks for having me, guys.
door guy at the Comedy Store.
Yes.
How long have you been here?
Wow. Okay, so we're gonna go straight to the real questions.
Oh,
I've been
yeah.
here for like 8 years. October 2011, I think, is when I got hired.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, that's the same year I was. I got here June.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we were like
around the
pretty
same
close.
time? Okay. Why did I think you were before me?
I was just a little bit before you, but not like
Yeah.
because I remember when you got hired.
What's wrong with us? Why are we still here?
I went through some phases. Like 2017, like that summer is kind of when I like really made the decision to actually go after my comedy career. Because before that, I was, if I had to be honest, I was really kind of a hobby comic. Like I'd done enough to get some success. You know, I did enough to get a job at the Comedy Store. Yeah. But I wasn't really actively pursuing. I wasn't performing as much as I could.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing a lot of things you need to do to succeed. And then, you know, when they fired Tommy, then I was just kind of in the wind. Like I didn't really know where I stood with Adam. I felt like I went back to the middle of the pack. So I basically, for like 2.5 years, worked one shift a month and performed like once a month.
Okay.
And then like I said, summer 2017, like this is it. So I just changed my life, and now I just like grind all the time and mic and stuff. So
That's awesome, man.
yeah, it's been
You
good.
work the phones here, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes, right?
Yeah, actually, the thing is, like, I started working phones pretty early on in my Comedy Store career. Like, I was working Tuesday, Wednesday. If you guys remember Aristotle, the theorist, like he was on the Goat or whatever that sketch comedy show was on.
Goat Face.
Yeah, Goat Face. He was working shift, and he was like always auditioning and always like late and having people cover like the second half. So when he got fired, I got my job on phones. So I've been working phones for a while, but now I work pretty much exclusively phones. Well, exclusively phones, yeah.
All right, so if anybody wants to call in and prank, Tuesdays and Thursdays is when Quincy works.
Dude,
You'll notice his soulful voice.
Dude, people do call in and prank. It's crazy. People,
Really?
Yeah, they call. Oh, they used to. When Tommy was here, there used to be a call every once a week. Tell that Tommy Morris to go fucking kill himself, that piece of shit. I'm going to stab him in a dark street. All right, I'll see you later. Like that was an every week thing, dude, like multiple times.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
The truth is that could have been like 30 guys.
Yeah, exactly. It could have been. It was a bunch of them.
Did you ever relay the message to him, or kind of like?
Yeah.
I think he knew.
You know, actually, because they used to prank call. One time they were like, someone called about Tommy and going to a swingers meeting, and it was like before I knew anything, and I was like, "Hey, Tommy, this guy from a swingers club called for you," and he was like, "He just wanted to get you the message," and he was like, "Oh, that's a joke, dude." I was like, "Oh, okay." It's like my bad. Like I didn't know what was going on the first time when I first came to this place. It was crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Like. It was, crazy shit would happen and everyone just walking around like it was normal. And
Yeah.
it was just so strange.
This is a very different place 8 years ago.
Yeah.
It was actually a much more toxic, hellish place. Surprisingly, it was more toxic and hellish.
Yeah, dude. It was, when I first came, Don Barris had a fake secret agent security guy. Do you remember that guy at all? I forget. He had one of those IFB things in the ear, like an agent, and he drove like a big black SUV, like he was an undercover or something or other, Secret Service. And he would chase around Robert William Aprovia. And it was like a Scooby-Doo episode where like they're all running in different doors and then they run into each other in the middle of the hallway and turn around. And I'm just like, what's going on? And I look at everyone else. Everyone is just like relaxed, walking around. Like,
I
this
used to
place
feel
was,
so bad for Robert. I was like, why are
Yeah.
they making this guy even more crazy?
yeah,
And they're all in on it. They were like, had laser beams. They're putting laser beams on
Yeah.
him and shit. Like,
throwing menus at him.
yeah, it was insane. And
Yeah.
then I got used to watching that abuse, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like when you walk into it, you're like, what is going on?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like he's a mental patient. But
Yeah.
apparently it started with Sam Kinison. That's what I was told. Like way back in the day, Sam was the one who was like mean to him and abusive. And then like Don Bears picked up the mantle and carried. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's actually, if I have to be honest, that's one of my biggest regrets about the time I spent here is like not sticking up for him because he's literally a mental case. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not just like a normal person who just allows himself to get picked on. He's he's not well.
Well, if it makes you feel better, they don't do that anymore.
Oh yeah.
They really don't. They don't
Yeah.
like, and he gets his time too. He makes sure of it.
Oh, that's good. That
So-
actually does make me feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because I was a friend of his for a while, and then I became a Nazi one night when I was trying to protect him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was like they're all ganging up on him. Someone threw like a big bucket of ice water on him,
Oh
and I was
my
just
God.
like, Robert, just come on, let's come out of the room because it's like I could stop one person, not four.
Yeah.
So it's like, just come with me so we can go. And then from that point on, it was like, you're a Nazi. I'm like, oh, whatever.
Yeah. No, he's a nutcase. What freaks me out is if you get him really high,
Yeah.
he's totally normal. Not totally normal.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he'll go on and on about all the weed laws and stuff like that, but I've never seen somebody take a hit of weed that hard in my life. It was like a full joint, and it was like when he was done with it, it was like halfway. I was like,
Yeah.
It was
oh
a numbing.
my fucking
Yeah.
God, dude! Like he really likes his weed.
He does. You know, he has that special way of hitting you.
Oh
and
yeah.
like he'll hold it in and take big
Oh, yeah.
rips. Oh,
He
it's funny.
savors every hit.
You know who else likes his weed?
Who?
Me, Daddy. But not anymore. Can we talk about the pros and cons of weed real quick?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Because I've been, over the past year, I've been taking little breaks here and there, which was inconceivable for about 5 years straight, taking any amount of fucking time off from it. And this past Wednesday, I had to buy my last gram because I didn't have any money in my bank account. And I was like, well, I guess it's time for a break because I literally cannot take any more fucking money out to buy weed. So I'm detoxing right now, and it's alarming.
You're glowing.
No, it's crazy, dude. I read a whole fucking book this last week. My
Family
pants,
circus?
my
Or-
pants, on purpose, for fun.
Flowers in the attic again?
Oh, yeah.
That's why it took a whole week to get through it because I was jacking off
Oh God.
relentlessly. But my pants fit that haven't fit in 3 fucking years. It took 1 week of not drinking and smoking. That's how much I drank and smoked for fucking Christ knows how long. So now I'm wondering, like, I mean, today I was like, now I have money back in my account. I was like, I can go to the weed dispensary, I can go to the record store. I went to the fucking record store. It was awesome, dude. I fucking bought a 7-inch single of I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing.
In
And that-
perfect harmony.
That's, to me, a better use of my money than weed at this point. I don't know. I'm turning into my dad or something like that. I changed. What do you guys think? You guys
Dude.
think I should stay on the straight and narrow, or should I be a drug addict again?
I think breaks are good from a weed because it helps clear your mind too. 'Cause it's a depressant. At
Yes,
the end
it
of the day,
is.
that's what it is. You know, even though you don't have the effects like the next day you're not hungover and feeling like you want to kill yourself. You know, like alcohol or like cocaine and shit like that. But it's good to take a break. See, I don't have a problem with weed. I like my little vape pen that I'll hit sometimes.
Oh, I never even see
Yeah,
you
but
pull it
you-
out.
you
Yeah.
But
hardly
the only
ever
time
smoke.
I ever smoke it is when I'm not drinking alcohol. So like if I'm at work and just annoying person after annoying person just, you know, coming up to me, I'm like, okay, that'll calm me down. But other than that, I don't really.
I'm not like that
find a
anymore.
need.
Now I only smoke and drink at the same time. Like, weed doesn't do it for me by itself. And alcohol never did it for me by itself. So
Really?
I think it's a bad habit I got into.
Quincy, do you drink ever?
I hardly ever drink. Like I've just
Yeah,
never
I
been a
don't see you
fan
drink.
of and I don't like the way I feel the next day.
It's bad. Right?
Yeah, the next day the next day you feel a little bit sluggish. It's just a little bit. I mean, I guess I'm just used to the effects of weed on me
Yeah.
the next day, but drinking,
Yeah.
I don't like it. And then if I drink too much, I actually get sick. To where if I smoke too much, I just get tired and sleep. You know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
my body doesn't react well to drinking. But
I don't think anybody's does. God, I've fucking puked so many times. Like, so many times.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
the next day.
Yeah, like Popeye.
Yeah, I'm just like, nope, I'm never quitting this. I'm gonna keep trying. It's like I forget the pain,
right,
you know?
exactly.
It's-
You do.
And when I go out, because I'm like not really that social, I am.
Do
Like
you?
but in my head, I'm like, no, I'm doing it for a reason. It's to calm my ass down.
Yeah.
And plus, it doesn't help that all my other friends are maniacs, you know, and we all do the same thing. We all
And
just
you
get
work at
together
a
and
bar also. That's just not, it's
I
conducive
can't
to
get away
drinking. Yeah.
I can't get away from it unless I'm at home with nobody there and I could just not drink.
Yeah, see, I've never like kept beer in the fridge or anything like that. But like now, when I do drink though, it's like if I get started, then I will drink. So like on Monday I hosted potluck, and like when it was almost over, I'm like, yeah, I'll have a drink. I had a drink, and then I ended up having 3 drinks.
Oh,
that
I've been
night,
hammered hosting potluck. It's the worst. It's hard, dude.
Gosh.
You have to tell
like
so
it?
many nobodies no.
Do I like hosting potluck?
Yeah.
I do. Yes, I do like, especially when the show goes well, because I feel like it's because I hosted well that it went well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like this one started off kind of slow, and then it like picked up, and it became like a great show. Like everyone had great sets.
Yeah.
Even some of the comics who aren't as strong, crowd still loved them.
Yeah.
So that I would like. Yeah, I like that part of it. And it's a little bit better now because they cut us off at 10, so I was only able to get up 3 people who aren't employees and who weren't people that Adam told us to get up, because there wasn't that much time.
Oh, like Jim Gaffigan, perhaps?
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Jim came and did like 20
That
minutes.
was one of
I
yours?
saw that.
Yeah, that was one of mine. I was like, hey, Adam, I don't
Like,
care
hey,
what
could
you
you-
say. I'm putting Jim on, okay?
Yeah.
I'm putting Jim on. Yeah.
How long did Jim do?
He only did like 15 or 20 minutes, but that's still,
He's so funny.
he is.
I like that guy.
That's still, what, 5 or 6 people
Yeah.
Exactly.
worth of comics. So,
Wow.
but I mean, still, it's fun.
And the room is full now. It's like packed.
Yeah, it's
So
way different than
packed.
it used to be.
Oh my-
It's so different.
And I don't want to be one of those people back in the day, but it was like they don't understand what it was like. Like, potluck is an easy spot now, when before it wasn't. You
It's
tried
Bomb City before.
Yeah, you tried to earn going up after 9 o'clock when the lights went out, because there may have been 40 people in the
Maybe.
audience. Maybe.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit better. The lights were off. You felt more accomplished.
Yeah.
And then that was the time where like they didn't even have to put you up. But it'd be cool because it was 2 nights. It was Sunday and Monday.
Yeah.
So after a while, I started doing Sunday because Sunday was the better show always. And then Monday, I would do regular time on Sunday, and then I would do late night, because if you miss going up early, you can go up like after 1 o'clock, and you got like 5 minutes. So that was a little bit better, and then so I would do that. But now, yeah, guys don't understand. Like, potluck is by far the best show I do on a weekly basis.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and even like during the month, it's like it's at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
People came to Comedy Store to see comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great show. And
Yeah, it's
so-
Even like the
out.
open
Yeah.
mic, I'm like, you guys are gonna go watch an open mic? What the fuck's wrong with
I
you?
know.
They're like, I'm so excited. I'm like, really?
yeah, you used to be lucky to get to have like if you had 7 people by the time the end of the open mic, you felt like you had a real audience. The old GM was here before the Eric came in with the consultants. The old GM, he just used to fill the other rooms with bringer shows. So it was just like bringer shows
Oh,
through the
for
ass.
sure.
So they didn't really try to put on quality shows. They just tried to fill the room and get money in the club. And so it was just like a shit ton of people had bringer shows.
No
Yeah.
return business.
No
I
return.
did
yeah.
one way back in the day. I don't remember some years ago, before I started like trying to actually do comedy.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is what comedy is? I was like so confused by like the whole bringer experience.
Dude, yeah. Okay, so I took a class to do comedy. And in the graduation show, we had I'm just name dropping the fuck out of tonight. I don't
Oh,
care.
who gives a shit?
Yeah,
That's fine.
all 5 of your listeners are going to be
Yeah.
informed.
Yeah.
So we had a guest drop in and do the graduation show. Who do you think the guest was? Dun, 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 Vargas Mason, right?
Okay.
Comes on, he kills it, of course, right?
Yeah.
A bunch of fucking shitty comedy class.
Yeah.
I have a pretty good set.
It's just cherry picking the fucking.
Yeah, just exactly. Just coming in and just like,
Making everybody feel like shit.
yeah, he's playing basketball with a bunch of 3rd graders. You know what I mean? Just like dunking on everybody.
On children.
Dude, so he comes in, he kills it, and then I have a good set. I was like pretty much the best one in class. I'm not bragging, but they're just terrible, right?
Yeah.
So afterwards, he goes, "Hey man, you're very funny. You want to come do my show at the Comedy Store?" And I was like, on the outside, I was like, "Oh yeah, that'd be cool." But on the inside, I was like, "Yeah, I made it. Yeah, I made it. I'm at the Comedy Store." And I remember because I was super sick. I didn't bring anyone, so I came and I ended up going on late. And then I saw the other people from the class that he invited, and I was like, damn, either he was lying to them about being funny or he was lying to me. And the truth is he was lying to both, all of us. You know what I'm saying? We all sucked so bad. And then I didn't come back for like 4 years. So that was my first Comedy Store experience, the Vargas Bringer show.
Yeah.
He's still his Bringer shows now are great.
I did it on Friday. It was fucking sold out.
They're great.
Fucking sold out.
Yeah. And I mean, Tammy Joe used to do shows. Now they're great too.
Yeah. Even Brian Marnock, he doesn't do Bringers anymore because he could just sell and like he gets the room so packed that Quality Comics will come do the show. Yeah. And I'm sure he's paying them. He has to be paying them. And it's probably more than their $20 spots in the OR. But yeah, so he doesn't have to book Bringers anymore. He books all these dope comics and sells out every Saturday.
It's pretty good. It's way different, man. I remember like trying to get people to buy 2 drinks after they were just watching the shittiest show of their life. Yeah. They're like, I just came here to see my friend and they're going to blast. Because whatever reason, you know. Motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, there was I'm trying. Crazy Cindy had one.
And she would just host in between and just talk the whole time.
Bad.
So bad. It's like embarrassing bad. Yeah, like, can you remember any of her jokes? Like her go-to, it's something about Jew, always about a Jew.
Oh yeah. Well,
she talks about her vagina a lot, her daughter walking in on, oh God.
Yeah.
Hey, I talk about my vagina a lot.
But she's so gross.
Yeah, and she's just not, and it's sad because like
she's crazy. You guys are mentally ill shaming or what? I'm not sure what they call that, but you're doing it.
Yeah, big time.
Well, it just sucks when you see, okay, like now, especially that I've tried, like I literally try. When we're done here, I'm going to go probably do 3 mics tonight. That's just what I do now. And so I'm trying and I'm going out and I see a lot of people. It's like, yeah, a lot of you guys are just in the way. Do you know what I mean? It's like, dude, you're not serious about
They're plugging the pipeline.
Yeah. It's like, dude, I want to get in, do my spot, go do another spot when it's not too late. But it's like, you're not really doing, you're not trying.
Yeah.
If you're actually trying, trying to get booked and things like that. But it's like, no, you just come to these places to feel like you're doing comedy and it's like a scene for you.
Or if they're literally just never any better anytime you've ever seen
they have never.
That's 90% of them.
That's
what
so
are
many
you
of them.
doing?
Yeah.
They're on a treadmill, dude. They're on a hamster wheel. Yeah. They don't even have new jokes.
Yeah, dude.
Like, dude, even if I had a deck of cards, you could shuffle them and see if it looks better.
Yeah. I call it the hamster wheel, dude. They're just running in place.
Yeah.
Completely pointlessly.
That's what it is.
But that's how I see 90%
Drug
of these
abuse.
fuckers. They don't do the work. They don't go to open mics. They don't write any new jokes ever. You go to the open mics to do your old jokes? What the fuck? You got to have some new jokes. That's the point of the open mic.
If you're not changing part of an old joke, I mean, and I get into sometimes, I'll be working on a joke for like 2 weeks. And that's kind of like the extent in a lot of ways. Because, okay, every mic you go to, they've heard this. So it's just not going to get the same response. So you kind of have to put it on the back burner a little bit anyway.
It's not. You're not going to get the reading you want out of it. It's part of the problem. It's not even so much that like, oh, I shouldn't be practicing this joke. I can't get better. It's just that, well, this isn't going to make it better. So it's like, what's the use of that?
You're only going to get better at the timing and telling the joke and remembering it.
They don't know that. I think they're just trying to memorize stuff. That's it.
I think so. And it's just sad. And I'm just like, I don't. Yeah, and then I end up hanging out with people because we smoke weed and you spend a lot of time waiting for the show. So there's a couple people I'll hang out, we'll smoke, and it's just like they're also not funny. And,
even when you're chatting with them, Jesus Christ,
and they're also not. And it's just like I wish I had more of that complete honesty in me sometimes, where it could just be like, look, no, you're not funny. You're not a bad person. You know what I mean? We're cool. We smoke weed, but you should stop comedy.
I will say that it has happened though, actually, where I was like surprised that some couple years down the road, I was like, oh, this person did figure out something funny.
Yes.
Like that I didn't think that they were ever going to get funny. So they might be able to get funny from now.
I've seen enough people get great from being terrible that I no longer... And Fonto's a great example of that. Fonto was terrible and he had no fucking jokes. Now he has jokes and crushes.
Yeah.
So. I mean, they used to say that Sebastian sucked. Like, you said Sebastian sucked big time.
Oh, who's...
And when I heard that he sucked, I was like, what? Really? No way. But it's like,
you guys can't see Quincy being really animated with his hands right now.
I don't know what you're talking about, Rose. I would
it.
never say anything about
No, that's what I heard too. But he had a slow rise. It's like 20 years, man. Now he's blowing up. But he's hilarious.
You know, one of the more
it's hard. Can we just say this real
nobody
quick?
wants
Comedy
to
is
watch an open mic.
hard.
That's why I think there's a certain psycho. I don't know how we fill out the rooms with open mics. I'm like, I would never, because I've experienced it. Bad comedy, it's like cringeworthy. I feel bad for them. You know what I mean? I want to run out of the room.
Yes.
And it's because I put myself in their position.
Yeah.
I just start sweat. My hands are getting clammy just thinking about somebody just eating shit up there. But
it's uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable for everybody, the audience included. But
not for me. I always love it.
That's psycho right there.
I enjoy the shit out of it. Listen, dude, let them just work their way out of it. They'll figure it out on their own the hard way.
And that's a funny thing because, like you say, the hamster wheel thing. Usually, if you put yourself in a spot to where you're super uncomfortable, it's either fight or flight, right? So you either work harder to get better or you stop doing it. And then some people don't do anything. They hamster wheel it. They stay in the same thing. But most recent example of someone who sucked for a long time and who has gotten a lot better is Eric Oligny.
Really?
Yes. Eric, for the longest time, was god awful. God awful. And then maybe 7-8 months ago, I saw him at a mic go up, and I was like, holy shit, he actually has improved.
And he has put in the legwork.
Yeah, he has.
That's undeniable.
He's done a lot of actual shows, though, not just open mics.
Yeah, he's been out there trying.
He worked his way up to those shows, though. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Eric was unbearable when he first started coming around. But guess what? So was I, and probably everyone else. Very few people came to town, and I was just like, whoa, who the fuck was this guy? Yeah. And then you meet the guy, he's like, oh, he's been doing it for 10 years in Boston or whatever. It's like, okay. That's why he's great. Okay. Right.
Yeah, very few people are like Angelos or fucking Gerards.
Very few people, naturals, that are just funny.
Yeah, you feel like they never really struggled. You know, I feel like those two guys.
They were always comfortable up on stage.
Yeah. Well, there's this thing you have to be comfortable with who you are.
I was just gonna say that. Those are two people that are a great example of people that were comfortable with themselves. Like Angelo Bowers was Angelo Bowers.
You know,
dude, some people just have it. It's unfucking believable to me. They just have it. They just got the whole package. That's why they die young and unknown. Anyway, hey, if you're listening, check out Angelo Bowers on YouTube. There's a bunch of cool videos of him.
Yeah, one of my favorite jokes, just to give you an idea of what his humor was like, it was basically he made fun of comedy. That was his style. And one of his jokes was, my dad always said, there's no I and you need to play football, faggot.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if Angelo hadn't been nice to me in the beginning, I probably would have quit. I have a distinct memory of going to this open mic where I was eating so much shit. I was sitting on the stool, sad, and I looked out, and everyone was menacingly frowning at me, except Angelo Bowers had the biggest shit-eating grin on his face. And then the next week when I saw him, he's like, great set last week. That was incredible. I was like, thank you. Thank you, I need this. But he was one of the few comics I had met when I first came here who was worth a fucking shit. It was amazing that he was at all supportive. He didn't have to be that way.
Yeah, and he made you feel cool. You know what I mean? He literally, genuinely made you feel cool. One of those people. He says hi to you, and he wasn't even one of those people who was standoffish. He talked to everyone, but if you talked to him and he was nice to you, he made you feel like you were cool. He was, yeah.
Dude, it was a fucking pleasure to watch him at open mics.
Yeah.
That's one of those dudes that was always with fucking new jokes or saying the old joke in a new way. Dude, he always had new jokes. Every open mic had a whole slew of new jokes.
When he died, all you would hear is people saying new jokes or new shit.
Oh, yeah, new shit.
People just always repeat it.
I heard the story of him and Gerard were backstage for Montreal showcases. And this is they died where he died 4 years into his career maybe. So it's he's already at Montreal. And they're the only two guys backstage who are going to do new jokes for the showcase.
God damn.
Right? It's that's beautiful. Yeah, it's so beautiful. No care in the world. You know, just I'm going to go up.
Gerard's another one who's just a fucking nice guy, dude.
Yeah.
Every time I ever seen him, he remembers my name. He knows who I am. It's why you don't even know who I am? I'm nobody, dude.
Yeah, he's almost like a politician. He'll look you in the eyes, shake your hand. You're like, hey, how you doing? Kiss my baby. All right, I'll see you later. It's weird.
I'd let him kiss my baby. Yeah. Joe Biden, you can't kiss my baby.
That's not a euphemism, guys.
He's not going to ask permission.
She's going to do it.
Yeah. All right, well, we're done. Go aye.
Yeah. No. How long is the show? After
an hour.
Like an hour?
Yeah.
We'll be done by 7.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not in a rush.
Because I got to work and stuff.
Oh, got you.
I got to deal with cocksuckers.
Yeah.
So do you guys have any mains, or we've just been riffing for like 40 minutes? Like,
Oh, sometimes we do stories and stuff, but I don't feel like it. Personally, I don't know how you guys feel.
Sometimes we'll do race-off stories. I don't know if you have any or not. Yeah.
Games are for children. I don't know.
So I mean, how's the podcast going? Like, you guys building a following? Like, where are you at? Like, what's the situation?
We were just kidding for. We have about 100 listeners that are consistently downloading. Like, the first 50 or 60 of these people are like diehard fans. They download it the day it comes out or the week it comes out, and they listen to it then. And then there's like another 50 people that get it eventually. I think we're like lower in their rotation of podcasts they listen to or something like that.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
It's pretty good though.
It's not bad. I mean,
Yeah, and I like the hour
format. Random
format.
dude just tell me the other day he listens to it. It's just some random dude came.
why
up
can't
to me.
random girls tell you that? I want some girls to listen to this podcast. Because
I want
fuck
them
me.
to show me they listen to it.
Girls just ask me, girls and guys ask me to do the podcast all the time. I'm like, have you listened to it?
Yeah, are you stupid?
And they're like, no. And I was like, well, why are you asking to do it then?
Yeah, that's really.
You have no idea. Like, no clue.
People just want to get on.
Whatsoever.
We definitely blindsided a couple motherfuckers in this room.
For sure.
I was like, what? I don't think I want to be on this anymore. All of a sudden, they don't promote the podcast.
Yeah,
and stuff.
it's just a weird expose. So we found this out about you. Tell us why this happened. It's funny.
Well, yeah, the last guest we had, we accused of being a pedophile. So I guess.
No. That's not true. We accused him of not being a pedophile.
Okay, we accused all other gay men of being pedophiles. Is that what we did? Okay, that makes it all right.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, Joe, right?
Oh, that's why you wrote one of the good ones on the fight. It's like, you're one of the non-kid fuckers.
Dude, I love the idea of, and I'm sorry, I haven't really listened to an episode before, but I don't listen to a lot of podcasts.
Me neither.
But the idea of like trolling it's fun to me, but also I really think you need that because it's like not
That's
to be
what
super.
comics are.
Yeah, but it's like not to be super nerdy, but it's like there's no Jedi without the Sith. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you need something. As you know,
there's no Yoda without Darth Vader. Okay, I'm just
Right?
translating for the people who get pussy.
Yeah.
I still don't understand.
Yeah,
but
You
exactly.
know what? I don't want Yoda anyway.
and
Let's
for
just
the-
have
yeah.
Darth Vader.
I'm
But
lost.
yeah, it's like you need that. So I think like I saw Bill Burr come to the potluck one night, and he said one of his favorite thing to do is tease feminists, right? And it's not he's obviously not going out there beating up women, or he hasn't been accused of anything yet. Who knows? Something might come out, but he hasn't yet, which is like cool. It's like it feels so good for that to it's like you can be famous and the shit not happen to you. But the fact that he teases them and makes it so that they're not too serious, I think I appreciate that. And I think the idea of like trolling and like
We're
but also,
supposed to be able to make fun of each other.
yes, and also finding some truths like that's out there. People, okay, so for example, I do a joke right now about we found out men abuse their power. We've always known that a lot of men, but some women abuse their beauty, right? So, and if you're an incoming rookie into the NBA, you have to take a bunch of seminars about how to get acclimated to the league, and one of those seminars is about how to not get taken advantage of by women.
That's beautiful.
Yes, it is. So they have like money management, like dealing with the press, and then about them hoes. You know what I mean? And that's a. But it's like people don't really want to hear that. But it's like no, that's something that's so true. Like, and this is how much it's happening. They have to teach guys how to avoid it.
Yeah, they have to teach them to take their fucking condoms and throw them in the
that's
fucking
one thing,
toilet.
That's one thing they tell them.
Madness.
Take your condom.
Whoa.
Sell it on eBay.
Yeah,
That's what I would
exactly. Take your possible first round draft pick out of the trash can.
Can't you just like squirt some sriracha in there or something?
I mean,
what-
then you have to
Not
carry
a bad
sriracha.
idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a bad idea.
They're just
Is
gonna
that
have-
what Hillary Clinton has hot sauce in her fucking purse for? In case someone tries to use one of her used condoms to get pregnant with?
Well, now we're just gonna have more Puerto Rican babies, right?
Yeah,
With
spawn of
sriracha.
Satan.
But yeah, so like no one ever wants to hear about that. But and it's not like I want to go out there and point out every single time that women do things that are wrong, because obviously a lot of men abuse their power. More men are in power. We know that. But it's like, also you don't get off scot-free, ladies. There's stuff that you do also. So just also recognize that. And I think that's like trolling is a good way of pointing that kind of stuff out.
Everybody
totally
does
agree.
it. Everybody trolls. Dude, it's constant.
Well,
People troll me on my fucking Facebook wall every day.
It's just
They're trying to
testing.
out-troll the troll.
Yeah.
What the fuck,
They're
man?
trying to test.
It's
It's
true.
just testing.
Yeah.
How,
Testing
what
boundaries.
happens if is this person full of shit? well, let me see. I'm gonna say something to
Yeah.
them. You know,
No,
are
absolutely.
you full of shit or what?
It's the
And
same
how
way
they react will indicate whether or not they're full of shit.
Yeah, and I think it's the same way in, Rose, correct me if I'm wrong, same way kind of women test men in a lot of ways. If you're going to boast and be like, oh, I'm like this and I do that.
Everybody knows it.
But it's like, if you're going to boast and like pretend like you're like this, then a woman will challenge you and then to see what happens, see what you do, how you react.
Well, yeah,
right?
they don't want to psycho.
Yeah,
I do this stuff too. Like, cancel the fucking first date. And if they flip out on you, it was good to cancel that first date. I'd never flip out.
That's terrible advice. Why would you do
canceling
that?
the first.
Advice.
I hate canceling the first date because it queers everything.
Chicks do
It
that.
always.
Let me tell you, I'm all about queering things up.
Yeah.
Ask Joe Dosh.
Yeah, canceling the first date is one of those things. I'm like, okay, I'm not good looking enough to cancel first dates because
You are after you cancel.
It never goes
doesn't
back.
matter.
It just seems like it fucks it up every time.
Yeah.
There's other things that have worked. Canceling the first date one time, I went out with this really hot chick. Like, I don't know how I got her to go out with me, but it was like all the stars aligned this one time. Like,
Did she see you on stage?
No, she didn't even
That
see me on
helps.
stage.
That
I
helps.
swear.
That does help.
Actually, you know what? I met her at a poker table, so we were sitting next to each other for a couple hours playing.
That's your dream lady.
And I was just talking to her. Yeah, exactly. She was Latina. Beautiful. We went to the movies. I even made a move, which normally, like, it takes me a long time. I kissed her while we were watching the movie.
Oh, perfect.
And then
Beautiful.
I forgot where I parked. So it took me like 25 minutes to find the car.
Man, no.
And then that was the end of it.
Yeah.
That was the end of it. That was the end. I was like, oh, it's such a small thing. But the same thing, like, you cancel the first date, dude.
Nah, that's not a small
That's
thing.
rude.
You don't know where your
Unless
car
something
is.
like bad happened.
Yeah,
obviously.
exactly.
But still,
I tell him my cat
not a
feels.
good look.
I tell him my cat feels lonely. So sorry, no date for you.
you're such a feminist. If you had a vagina, you'd be a feminist.
I'm just like a woman. That's how I get around through the world.
Yeah.
That's how I see the world, dude. I totally see the world through the eyes of a woman. This is why I freak out over
He
the comic
does.
book movie
That's
stuff, because I see why women freak out over this. Like, listen, it's okay to like comic books. I like comic books. We all like comic books. We've all seen comic book movies. But when you go on fucking Facebook and you write 20 fucking posts about the new Avengers movie and how you're mad that someone spoiled it, every woman is so fucking dry. You have thousands of friends drying up reading that, thinking like, I want to procreate one day and have a child, not with a child. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yeah.
What a fucking turn off. It's like if a girl, anytime I see a girl going on Facebook and being psycho and being like, my ex-boyfriend's a fucking nut and I want to fucking stab him in the face, I'm like, all right, unfollow. I don't have to try to fuck you now. You're a lunatic.
Yeah.
So you gotta, guys, please stop shooting yourself in the foot, man. Just stop.
Yeah.
Just stop. Enjoy comic books in fucking silence and solitude the way they were fucking meant to be enjoyed. In the dark, alone, with no one around. That's how you enjoy Spider-Man.
And also have it be enough for you. Like, the fact that I enjoy those movies is enough for me. I don't need to have you enjoy them also.
Dude,
and I don't need to let you
perfect.
know that I enjoy them.
Well, you're
Exactly.
smart
It's
enough
enough-
to know
yeah.
that you can't get pussed that way.
Yeah, exactly.
So you keep it to yourself.
Yeah. Do
you
Most
see-
guys don't know.
Yes, exactly. Do you
Yeah.
see girls talking about their collections of miniature horses on Facebook? Fuck no. But guess what? They got them. They're either collecting miniature horses
Yeah,
or
but
they have
they-
Tabasco sauce memorabilia
My
all over
Lisa
their
Frank
fucking...
collection.
Yep, there we go.
You find out about those after you get the vagina. You know what I mean? Then it's like, they're like, I got him now. We can't go anywhere. He's not going anywhere. Like, all right, let's look at your miniature horse
No, I just
collection.
have a jizz collection.
A jizz?
Yeah.
What do you
Put 'em in
mean?
jars.
I just save it and I just put it on a piece of paper and then I write the initials down.
Please tell me you're joking. You're joking.
Totally
Okay.
joking.
I don't
Jesus
think
Christ,
so,
what kind of
yeah.
whore do you think I am?
She puts a little pin through it like it's a
Yeah.
butterfly
Yeah,
display. And props it up on her wall.
It puts the jizz on the paper.
That's what I do.
She's got some dude in a hole. And
Hey, could you finish over here on this paper plate? I'll help you. Here we go. Here we go.
I mean, how far of a stretch is that from like a guy who like collects underwear of every girl he
That's
sees with?
disgusting.
You know what I mean?
They do that stuff.
Yeah.
Dudes do
Yes.
some wild
Yes, they
shit.
do.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I'm just gonna come out and say that I don't collect underwear.
All right. So, anyways, what's your favorite kind of underwear to collect? You like them lacy?
Yeah.
You like
Cotton.
thongs?
I'm old school.
Yeah, I'm a simple man. Yeah, white cotton panties for me, everybody.
It's all jock straps for yourself. Lace jock straps.
Dude, sick. Wouldn't that be awesome if you pulled down your pants in front of a girl and you had like lace jock strap? It was kind of manly, but not really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So sexy.
You don't like this bitch? Yeah.
That's so funny. I'm just making my own underwear out of a bunch of underwear, just sewing it together. Some Frankenstein draws.
Yeah, very Buffalo Bill.
Yeah. That's fucking nasty.
Yeah, the last girl I dated, and now she just said she turned it into what she calls a Christ fag. That's 4chan speak for born again Christian. But now she just sends me messages about like she sent me a video about she's like, this preacher in your area is explaining why they're turning everyone gay, and I was like, I already know that, but thank you. I guess I already know they're trying to turn us gay, but.
So when are you guys getting married?
Dude, I would. If she had stayed, she could have been girlfriend. She just also needed to learn how to cook, quite frankly. I need someone that compliments me. Like, listen, I can do the mean barbs and the crazy choking sex stuff. You could make food. They would compliment each other.
Yeah, that's what every woman is looking for. I need crazy choking sex.
That is what every woman is looking for, Quincy. Don't forget that.
I know. I mean,
let me tell you, every girl I've ever choked said the same thing. I didn't know I liked that. You liar!
You know you liked it, you liar! Of course you like it. I have a joke about that too, actually. It's like, because
you're the only guy who's ever done that to me. Okay.
Yeah, I was raised super Christian. I'm from a super fundamentalist, like Pentecostal. You guys know that's the speaking in tongues church.
Oh,
you ever heard? Yeah. So that's a church I was raised in.
It's called Ebonics. I get
it. And I was raised by all women, so it's I was really raised to respect women, which equals not getting laid that much. You know what I mean? It really does. And then so a lot of women I've had sex with, especially the last few years, have asked me to be a lot rougher than I ordinarily would have been. And it's so to someone like me, to where it's no, you're supposed to open the door. Yes, please, thank you. You know what I mean? That kind of it's a mind fuck. Really, it is. It's such a because is that what they are responding to and actually what they kind of want? But it makes sense because if they're going to give themselves to someone, which is traditionally how it was, they want to give themselves to a winner, someone who's going to take control, be in charge of the situation, so they don't have to worry.
And we want to make sure you can kill us.
Yeah.
Because if you can't kill them,
if you can't, then I could kill you with my bare hands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, absolutely.
It's kind of weird.
How am I going to protect you, and how am I going to protect our kid, right, or offspring,
totally.
that kind of thing too. So it all kind of makes sense. But
plus, haven't you seen big cats fuck? They're always biting.
Now we know what Wub jacks off to. Yeah. This is what Wub jerks off to.
You know
when you're watching a panther fuck a lion, you're a furry. I knew it.
Yeah.
You ever watch a duck fuck? It practically drowns the other duck.
Yeah, they're really violent.
It's crazy.
There's no consent in the animal kingdom.
Is what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
That's our roots.
Well, that's because look, if you're able to attack,
so they're just signals. It signals something in.
Yeah, but from a woman's perspective, back in the day, we'll say not today. We'll say back in the day. From
yesterday?
If you're able to walk, exactly.
Times.
Last week, February. If you're able to walk into a situation and you're able to take me, right, and no one else around me can do anything about it, then it means you've got something of value. And then now I'm protected by you because if no one stopped you, no one's gonna do shit to me because they weren't gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
And our kid's gonna be protected. Everything. It all falls into line to where
it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes total sense.
So we got 2 minutes left. You guys want to wrap?
So wait, the future's not female?
No.
You heard it here first.
It's a big scoop on We Three Trolls. Future is not female, it's male. Just like the fucking past, bitch.
And the present.
Keep on trolling.
Quincy. Oh yeah, hang on. You got any final thoughts, Quincy? What did we read? 6:57. Damn. Should I start smoking weed again? I've been kind of aggressive.
I have 2 joints. I thought we were going to be smoking. But
I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be a good
I know
boy.
we only have 2 minutes left.
I will.
You haven't been smoking for how long?
Just a week.
How bad are your dreams? Not bad, but how you remember your dreams so much more.
No
right?
dreams yet. No dreams yet.
None?
No,
Dude,
that's how much weed I have in my system. And I wanted to tell you, today, for the first time in a fucking long time, I just got a spontaneous boner. That's another reason why I want to get off this weed. Listen, weed increases estrogen and it decreases testosterone. Listen to me, man. It will make you unable to fuck if you smoke it 20 times a day like I did for 5 years. Don't overindulge. Why? I need to spread my seed around. I'm not gonna do it inside a woman. Don't worry. I'll do it on the Wendy's salad bar like I usually do. Can you make a Wendy's salad bar pregnant?
A jizz guard.
Sneeze guard. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me. I had
Thanks,
a great
Quincy.
time.
Where
Yeah,
do people
dude.
find you?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So Instagram is Quincy L Weekly, like daily, monthly, weekly. Facebook at Quincy Weekley, Twitter at Quincy Weekley.
You got any shows coming up?
I'll be at the Comedy Dojo tomorrow at Sycamore Time.
No one's gonna hear it by then.
Exactly.
This goes up on Friday.
In Madhouse Comedy Club, May, I think 17th, 18th, something like that.
Awesome.
Yeah. So yeah,
Go
that's some
follow
stuff.
him.
All right.
Thank you,
guys.
Quincy.
Yeah, thank you.
Keep on trolling.
Thanks, Quincy. That was super funny. That was super fun.
Yeah, it went by really fast, man.
It did. And I was sweating like a fucking whore in church.
My hair's gonna be curly right here where it was like
What
wet.
is- Oh, man. But dude, yeah. So
That was fun.
smoking weed directly affects the part of your brain that helps you remember dreams. So you remember dreams, you just
Oh, I have
remember
vivid dreams
Dude.
when I quit.
Yeah, dude, they get so
You just don't remember
so
them.
like to where I wake up and it takes me like a minute where I realize I was dreaming. So like it feels like reality.
I kind of am looking forward to that, to be honest with you.